Alhamdulillah wahdahu thumma salatu wa salam ala nabiyyi thumma salatu wa salam ala man la nabiyya ba'da. Now, alhamdulillah. So here we are again, still under Tamiyiz, free now and solve class. So here, inshallah rahman, we are going to be looking at, as you can see, Tamiyiz al-Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz. Still under Tamiyiz actually. So what are we talking about? You know, we've been treating Tamiyiz for some time now. We've been treating Tamiyiz. So actually, Tamiyiz is divided into two. Meaning, when we want to do Tamiyiz, want to clear ambiguity, is divided into two. So we can see scholars divided into two. So we have Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz. So what is Mumayyiz? Mumayyiz is the item that we need to clarify, or that we clarified, that we remove ambiguity from. I hope you get. So it is called Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz, meaning it is stated. The Mumayyiz is stated. You will see it clearly like this. So, masalan, if I say akaltu thalatha tufahatin, I ate 3 apples. So this thalatha, it is the Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz. This is the Mumayyiz and this is the Tamiyiz. You get? Mumayyiz means what we remove ambiguity from, and Tamiyiz means what? The item or the entity that cleared the ambiguity. So it's sometimes called Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz, meaning Mumayyiz is mentioned, like it is stated clearly, or it is sometimes called Tamiyiz Zat, meaning Tamiyiz Zat means what? That the Tamiyiz, you know, this is the Tamiyiz, meaning the thing that claimed to remove the ambiguity. Tamiyiz Zat, Tamiyiz of essence, Tamiyiz of being, meaning most of the time it has being, it has essence. You can touch it, you can feel it. Yeah, that's the Tamiyiz of Zat, Tamiyiz of essence, that something that came to clarify an item, but you can feel it, you can touch it. You get? Or sometimes it's called Tamiyiz al-Mufrad, meaning what? Tamiyiz of Mufrad, meaning Tamiyiz. The Tamiyiz came to clarify a Mufrad, meaning a particular word. It might be in Jamu, or it might be much, might be less, but it's a particular word that it came to clarify. So if I say akaltu thalatha tufahatin, this is Tamiyiz al-Mufrad. This is the Mufrad word. This word, that is what the tufahat came to clarify. So you can see in all these things, we can see the Mumayyiz is clearly stated. We can see the Tamiyiz, we can see the Tamiyiz also. It's something of essence. In this case, I said 3 apples. You can see the apples. I can touch it. It has essence, it has being. You get? So the other part of Tamiyiz is now, it should be that Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz, meaning the Mumayyiz, something that has ambiguity in it that we want to clarify, it should be Mlhuz. It's not clearly, it's not explicitly stated. You just perceive what is ambiguous in it. You just perceive it. It's not clearly, it's not explicitly stated. Or you should say that Tamiyiz al-Nisbati, meaning the Tamiyiz does not have being, but rather when the Tamiyiz comes, you just relate it back to that Mumayyiz. Okay, I think this has a relationship with this thing. It will be clear now when I mention okay, let me see an example. If I say Hasun al-Gulam Kalaman, this Hasun al-Gulam, the boy is good. Okay, the boy is good. Okay, but if I say Kalaman, so this is, if I this is now, so if I say Hasun al-Gulam, the boy is good. So this is Mlhuz al-Mumayyiz. There is a kind of going middle here, a kind of ambiguity. The boy is good in what? So it's not, that ambiguity is not explicitly stated that, okay, you don't know. No. But it's just noted, it's perceived that there's ambiguity in this. If you say the boy is good, it can be that he's good in cooking, he's good in running, he's good in sleeping, he's good in writing, he's good in throwing arrows, like that. So there is ambiguity. So kalaman, in speech, okay, the boy is good in speech. So you can see this kalaman, you can't touch it. It's not essence. It is nisba, meaning you now relate it back to what we stated before. The boy is good in speech. Okay, when we're talking about speech, he is good in it. I hope you get. So it's either called like that also, or sometimes it is called Tamyizul Jumlati, meaning that tamiyiz, you know, this tamiyiz, something that comes to clarify the ambiguity, it is coming to clarify a jumla. You know, Asna al-Gulam, the sentence is complete already. In Nahw, when we are looking at it in Nahw context, Asna al-Gulam is complete. The boy is good. But this tamiyiz come as a fadulatun, meaning an extra that comes to clarify this particular sentence. So you can see, why do we say tamiyiz in jumla? Because most of the time when you have this kind of tamiyiz, it comes to clarify the whole sentence, not just one word, like this one that tufaha came to clarify just this three words. You get just one word. It's not concerned about akaltu, but it's these three that is concerned about. That's why we say tamyizul mufrad, tamyiz that comes to clarify a particular word. But in this context, we have tamyizul jumlati, tamyiz that comes to clarify the whole sentence itself. I hope it's clear now. So you can see they are different. We have malfuzul mumayyaz, meaning what is ambiguous is explicitly stated. Thalath, akaltu thalatha, I ate 3. So this is the mumayyaz. 3 words is that particular word. Or we have malhuz al-mumayyaz, ambiguity that is noted, that is perceived. Hasan al-gulam, the boy is good, but I don't know what aspect is good in or what is good at. So that's malhuz al-mumayyaz. The ambiguity is just perceived, you can't pinpoint it. So that's section. Or so we have tamyiz with that, meaning the tamyiz that now comes to clarify for this first part is that tamyiz is that it comes as of something of being. Tufahat is of essence, you can touch it. But this one, tamyiz in nisbah, you can only relate it back to this thing. It does not have essence itself. Then lastly is that tamyiz al-mufrad, meaning this tamyiz comes to clarify just one word. Just one word. But as for this tamyiz al-jumla, it came to clarify not just one word, but the whole sentence. So that is the difference. Now, so if you even look at our textbook, it comes under the mawdu of حكم التمييز إذا كان المميز ملحوظا. So actually, this whole what we are actually doing here is just this tamyiz النسبة. So you can see that حكم التمييز إذا كان المميز ملحوظا. So we now want to see the ruling concerning tamyiz. Excuse me. The ruling concerning tamyiz when the mumayyaz, what we want to clarify is malhuz, is not explicitly stated. Because all we've done before are all explicitly stated. I saw 3 boys, I ate 3 cows, like that. The mumayyaz is explicitly stated, but we now want to look at another section when the mumayyaz, what we want to clarify, is not explicitly stated. So that is what we are doing. So it's actually an intro. There are still many things we are going to delve into. So if you look at the Quran, I said يُنْسَبُ الْتَمْيِيزُ إِذَا كَانَ الْمُمَيَّزُ مَلْحُوظًا. So for this kind of thing, when the mumayyaz is not explicitly stated, the tamyiz will be nasbu. Most of the times we'll have to take nasbu. Up we get. So now let's see the examples we have. They said Hasan al-Gulamu kalaman. The boy is good. Okay, is good, okay, noted. But what is ambiguous there is not explicitly stated. What is he good at? Is it in fighting, in swimming, in sleeping, in shouting? It's not stated, not explicit. So we now have to bring something to clarify this old statement. Kalaman, in speech. He is good in speech. You get? So that's a point. So we have i'tadala al-rajulu qamatan. I'tadala al-rajulu. The man is straight. What is straight in? Is it straight in speech? Is it straight in his characters? Is it straight in his dealings? Is it straight, I don't know, in sleeping? Is sleep straight? What? Qamatan, in posture. Okay, you can see now. So because this whole sentence or this whole entity is a sentence, is not in Nahw context, it's okay, it's correct, but there is an ambiguity inside. It's straight in what? It's not, we don't know which ambiguity you are trying to clarify. So the whole sentence has an ambiguity in it. So this now comes to clarify this whole sentence. Qamatan, in posture, he is straight. You get? So moving on, we have al-filu akbaru min al-jamali jisman. Al-filu, elephant, akbaru min al-jamali, is bigger than camel. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's bigger. What do you mean? It's bigger, yani, its feet is bigger than it, or the head is big, the tail is big, or something. But here we have this man in body size. You can see in body size. This whole statement is correct, but there's still an element of ambiguity in it that we can't pinpoint. So that's ملحوظ المميز. ملحوظ مميز, that ambiguity that is perceived. You can't pinpoint it. So that's that. Then lastly we have al-hariru agula min al-qutni. Silk agula min al-qutni is expensive, is more expensive than cotton. Okay, yes, okay, but expensive in the sense that what? Qimatan, in value, or is more costly. It's more costly in what? In value. It's more cost. Silk is more costly in value than cotton. I hope you get. So that is just malhuz al-mumayyaz, meaning our mumayyaz, what has ambiguity in it, it is not, it should not be malhuz. It is not explicitly stated. You can't pinpoint it. Okay, this is the ambiguity. This is the ambiguity. No, you just have to note it. Like, okay, I just observe. But you now bring a tamiz that will now clarify the whole statement for you. So that's why we call it tamiz. It's usually called sometimes tamiz al-jumla, meaning a tamiz that comes to clarify the whole statement. Hope you get it. So that is just an intro to mumayyaz idha kana malhuzan, if it is noted, or if it is perceived, is not stated, like akaltu thalatha. If I say akaltu thalatha, I ate three. I know three is the ambiguity here. No, it's not akaltu. I know what is akaltu. Three is the ambiguity. You get? But in this context, I said the demand is straight. It's straight, but I don't know what aspect is straight in. You get? So that is the difference that we came to clarify. So this is just an intro. Inshallah, we are still going to move in depth into Tamiz, Nisbah, and all other matters related to it, inshallah. So let's endeavor to watch the previous videos, like and share them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us all. Amin. Subhanallah, bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.